What is up, everybody? Welcome to day one. First of all, I'm going to start off giving a thanks to my good brother Mina for inspiring me to start off this day one launch of this journey I just started on. So welcome guys to day one of Mr. Edwin Mora flipping a car overseas international. So guys, the first car that I'm going to be flipping is going to be a 2012 Honda CR-V trim level EX. I'm just getting straight to the point here because I just got the idea by my good brother to start filming this, and I already went and shipped the car to the country where it's going to. It hasn't left yet, luckily, but I have dropped it off at the port where I delivered the car to in Delaware. And I did that about a week or so ago. I went with my father. First of all, let me backtrack a little bit. Just wanted to get straight to the point and get right into the point of the video because I'm going to be doing all the explanation. I might include a couple of photos if I know how to put some photos onto this video. But first of all, I went about doing this very simply. I bought a 2012 Honda CR-V here in the United States cash. I live in the state of New Jersey, and I bought the vehicle cash. It cost me around $5,000 cash. I went and looked at the vehicle. I usually do a little bit more searching around, but at the time I was still in my job and I knew I was about to leave the job and I didn't want to hesitate any longer. So I just pulled the trigger on a car that I saw to be in good condition, and I knew that there would be some market for it overseas in the country that it's going to. So I went, I checked out the vehicle. Very simple. I didn't go with anybody who was a little bit more more mechanic hands-on with cars, so I had to do the looking myself. I looked at the car overall. It was a little bit high in miles, but I took my shot and I bought the car because I have flipped cars before in the past, so I know generally speaking whether I'm looking at a lemon or I'm looking at a decent car, and it seemed to be a decent car. It had a couple effects. Didn't really have to put much money into the car, maybe a couple $100, 200 to 300, 400 bucks, something light. So with the purchase of the car and repairs, about 5,000, let's say 5,500. I shipped the car overseas and it cost me about $1,300 to ship from the port of Delaware. Mind you, I live in New Jersey, and the country it's going to is the country of Costa Rica. Now, the reason for that is because my parents are from Costa Rica, so I've been there. I know, roughly speaking, how to get around over there. It's not like I'm completely unfamiliar. It's not a country I'm just going into blindly and I know nothing about it. I know how to get around. Obviously, I have a ton of family over there, and I know the market, generally speaking. I know how to do a little bit of market research, as I have sold used cars right here in New Jersey in the United States. And I know, generally speaking, how to find out what cars are hot in the market, and I knew, generally speaking, what cars are hot in the market over there. Honda being a little bit more on the higher end car, not a lot of people can afford it over there. People don't make a lot of money over there, but still a very popular car. As everyone knows, Honda's popular wherever you go in the world. So I took my shot. I shipped the car over now, and I'll be leaving the country in a couple of days now, to be exact, next week. And I'll be the one receiving the car over there in the port. Now, the last part of the pretty much the whole shipping the car over, right, is it's not as easy as buying a car here in the States, where you just buy it cash and pretty much the title, you just become the owner of it and sell it off to someone else. Here, I mean, with an international flip, it's a little bit more steps. Mind you, it's my first one. I don't know exactly how it is, but it's pretty straightforward regardless of, although it's my first one. I've done most of the steps already. The last step now will be, some people have another person pick it up over there, wherever it's going. I'm more of a hands-on kind of guy, so I want to go over there, look at what I just bought, make sure it's in the right condition, and I'll be making the first step of, I'll be working my first sale my own fully and going through the whole process. That's just kind of how I am. So I'm going to go forward with that. Go over there, pick up the car. Now, the biggest step with an international flip, or international sale for that matter, or shipping a car overseas, is that you have to pay taxes on the car. And depending on the country it goes to, they tax you very, very aggressively, and Costa Rica being one of them. Reportedly, from what I understand off of my research, and I've already been confirmed that by a customs guy, which is basically, a customs guy is a guy who you pretty much work with to pay off your taxes for the thing that you're sending into a country. You're paying around 70% of what the country determines to be the market value of the car. So for Costa Rica specifically, they have pretty much a Kelly Blue Book, a book that determines the value of a car, that they use to determine the value of the car in Costa Rica, not in the United States. So in the United States, that car is worth about $5,000 to $7,000, which at 70%, I mean, give or take, would be about what? It'd still be about a good $3-4 grand. So in the black book, they call it over there, it would be a little bit higher, but it turns out the customs guy told me that the taxes will be a little bit similar to 70% of about $5,000-6,000. The taxes will be about $4,000. Mind you, I haven't done the math on none of this. I just turned on the camera and pretty much put it on, but that's what the taxes will be, about $4,000. So with my first initial investment of 55 plus 1,300, I'm at about 6,800 plus another $4 grand. I'm all in the car, give or take, guys, about $10,000. And yes, I know this sounds like a lot of money, but of course, the market in Costa Rica is a little bit different from the market in the United States. While a car like that here is not so much a hot commodity, in Costa Rica it is, and it's a car that a lot of people would die to be in. And I'm not putting that exaggeratedly like that, but it is a car that a lot of people would like to be driving in, because mind you, there's not that much accessibility like there is in the United States. So the market over there for that car is somewhere around, give or take, somewhere around $14,000 to up to $18,000, depending on the condition of the car. So you guys can kind of see the math there. If I'm all into the car, $10,000, and at a worst I get 14. Say I shorted a bit, there should be no reason for that, but just thinking like a negative Nancy, I still make $3,000. Realistically, I'm going to be making somewhere between $4,000 to $6,000. So you guys can see the profits there. Mind you, I haven't sold the car yet, haven't received it over there. Could be I get there and the car's not there, but that won't happen. So I guess I'll be seeing you guys when I'm in Costa Rica, or if I have another video that I can make. I probably am going to be making a day 2, because I know Mina's watching this and he won't let me not make a day 2. So I'll be seeing you guys with day 2 tomorrow if I have an update, because I do have to go buy a car piece tomorrow. But this is day 1, guys. Welcome to the journey, and I'll see you at the top.